This video is about sharing how we trust our staff and they will respond accordingly. I remember the first night I spent in the hotel when I become the person managing it. I received a call about 2 a.m. from my disco to say that there's a guest complaint. So I asked, how much is the problem? They said it's only about less than $15. So I was saying, why do you want to disturb the managing director or even the GM for an amount like that? My reply was, you decide, and you decide best what is for the customer, and hung up. The next day, which is really the first day I'm in the hotel, I called a meeting. I said, this is ridiculous. We need to have some form of delegation. So I made an announcement that from today onwards, if you are under probation, you can waive about $65. And if you are confirmed staff, you'll be able to waive about $125. Right? And you must always decide on behalf of the customer. I don't worry that you make a mistake, because customer recovery and speed of customer recovery is very key to a service business, is what I believe. Right. Secondly, for the department head, I also want to give them more power. So I have a delegation amount close to about $500. Right. And I said, you can make that decision. Right. And the only condition I put on all of them is that if you have a friend or a relative who complain, you can't make the decision. So you got to go and reach out for the next staff or the next DH and say, look, this is the situation, how would you decide? And if the next person decide, the decision is made immediately. Right? And that will make the customer much happier. And over time, I learned that although we have the delegation power, staff become too calculated. They don't want to give away the money. So I said, no, this is also very bad. They are also sometimes looking for their boss to make the decision. So I said, no. For the $125 delegation, you must decide within 10 seconds. Why 10 seconds? There's not enough time to look for your boss. So you decide. Right? The $500 decision, I give 10 minutes. I say, you must decide on behalf of the customer 10 minutes, because that type of complaint is a little bit more complicated, and department head may need to get 1 or 2 person to get enough facts and make a decision and delegate it down. And finally, for anything above $500, it then comes to head office, because I want to review it, because a lot of time guests complain because they want to claim a big amount of money. This has happened over the years, but it is very seldom. I will get in a 5-year period, I may get maybe maximum 2 times that we have that type of complaint. So we have a rule of 2 strikes and you are out, even for the lower or higher amount. If a guest complain, they just waive it or buy something special for them. First time, okay. Second time, okay. But after the second time, we sit down and analyze, is this a customer is correct? If the customer is correct, we reset to 0. He has 2 more strikes. But if 2 times in a row, we can see that the customer is trying to manipulate us to get the free or to get compensation, we will then blacklist the customer and hopefully send him to another hotel. Yeah. So the same thing with the 2,000 and above, $500 and above claim. When I review and then we have an open discussion, is it genuine? Is genuine? We honor it. If it is not, we prefer to tell the customer, our hotel is not up to your standard. Please, can we help you move to another better hotel, and let the other hotel have this problem. So this type of treating the customer is very good, because the response time is very fast. You ask yourself, we all have bad experience in every sort of situation, be it a sales, be it a hotel or be it a restaurant. When you have a complaint, how fast do you want it to be attended to? Right? So the answer is actually everybody wants to have the answer instantly. And this is what we practice. Hi, continue this discussion. I had a situation in one of our hotels where there was my F&B manager talked to me and said, Mr. Tan, we have a complaint. And that potential complaint can be about $1,000 US. So I just told her, you have delegation power up to $500 US. Why don't you try to settle it first? And I don't have to spend time. And because she is trained old school of thought, she's scared. So never done this before. So I said, no, never mind, I trust you. Don't worry. This went on for 2-3 months. And finally I said to her, I said, you please settle it. So finally she settled the problem and called me sheepishly. And I said, so what have you done? I've decided to waive $200 US. So I said, wow, that's wonderful. I don't have to spend my time solving that problem. And the time I have to spend solving that problem would cost me more than the $200 US that you are now waiving. Congratulations.